Wagwan, it is your boy Van Jams. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone is well. I know it's been a hot minute, but we're back again in good old the beginning of Jedi, actually 2023. This video isn't going to be about new product. In fact, it's going to be about very, well, not very, very old, but quite old product. A part of my collection that I've had for a number of years. Very rare, quite obscure. Like, this is something you can't even find on StockX. It's that obscure. Now, for those that do know me, or for those that don't know me, that I'm going to explain now, I am a massive Arsenal fan. Been supporting them for as long as I can remember. Been to matches. There is even a bit of footage of me on Match of the Day celebrating. I think it's when we went above Tottenham that year and we heard that Tottenham were losing as we were scoring goals. But yeah, massive part of Arsenal. Arsenal is a massive part of my life. I've even done some security work in the Emirates. So yeah, a lot of things tie into Arsenal, and I've been a massive collector of the kits and limited edition pieces and all of that. And I'm going to delve into two particular pieces that have come from Arsenal over the years. And this particular piece I have not worn at all, because I said to myself, I will wear it when Arsenal win the Premier League or Champions League. Please, no jokes or laughter at this point of the video. Also, just leave your comments below in the comment section and tell me your thoughts on the subject that I'm talking about. But yeah, I said to myself, I'm not going to wear these until Arsenal win Champions League or Premier League. And I thought I would have worn it the year Leicester managed to win the Premier League, and now they're relegated, and also last season when we was top for however long throughout the season, and then the mighty power of City were just something to behold, you know. So yeah, they still remain unworn. I hope next year or next season that I get to wear them. Fingers crossed I get to wear them. And for the signings and the push that Arteta and Arsenal as a company or a business are doing at the moment, it's looking hopeful. But anyway, leave your comments below, and yeah, I'm going to delve into it. So the product, the shoe I'm going to show you, is the Air Max 1 Arsenal 125 anniversary. Now, this shoe is very rare. There were only 25 pairs ever made. They were only released in 1948 London, which, if you knew back in the day, that was the kind of concept store for Nike. They had obviously Mercer Street, I think they had one in LA, and then we had R1 1948, where they had the bespoke program and various other activations. But yeah, Nike Air Max 1 Arsenal 125th anniversary, 25 pairs. If you weren't there, you wouldn't have got it. What was my story? I think, what happened? That's it. So I had multiple phone calls on the day. Dwayne, where are you? Van Jams, you need to be here. Like, it's an Arsenal shoe, should be getting it. Blah blah blah. I think at the time I was with an ex-partner, and we just had an argument, and I didn't find myself in Shoreditch to pick up this shoe. Anyway, fast forward many years from 2011 when they did release, and there was a pair floating around in my size 11, for think maybe 400 or 500, and I snapped that up straight away. And they've been dead stock ever since. The person that got rid of that pair, I won't say they didn't know what they had, because I think we've all sold shoes that you think back and it's like, why did I let that go? And I think one of my future videos will explore that as well. But yeah, managed to get this for quite a good deal, I would say, considering how rare they are. Like, this is what we would call, I wouldn't even say quick strike, I'd say tier 0 or even rarer. Like, this is friends and family territory. Like, I do know Arsene Wenger got a pair. I know Spike Lee, he was part of the campaign, he got a pair. And yeah, you already taken 2 out of the 25 worldwide, only sold in London. And that's crazy. That's crazy. But yes, let's delve into the shoe. Here is the box. As I said, this is from 2011 when they was doing the 125th anniversary of the club. Has the logo, which was actually on the jersey as well. Let's get rid of that hanger. On the jersey as well. 125. Forever forward. Hold tight on re. But yes, if you may not be able to see it here, but I will do footage at the end. It's red on red with the Arsenal script. What does it say on here? Inspired by our past, we carve out our future with power, with pace. 11 men playing as one, driven forward by millions of voices, many languages, one message. We are the Arsenal, greater than any opponent, immune to all doubters, building history, our eyes on the future, forever forward. So they put a lot into the packaging. And bear in mind, this is semi ID, and I'll explore that in a moment as well. So we open up the box, and it has a picture of the Arsenal fans in the stands with, again, 125, forever forward, Nike swoosh. Again, a lot went into the packaging. I made sure for as best as possible that I took care of this. So that's the lid, inside of the lid, as I said, outside, inside. The actual paper, again, is all red. And now we will get in to the shoe. Now, when we was thinking about an Arsenal Air Max 1, you would have thought it would have been white with hints of red and maybe a touch of blue. But they went, at the time, I guess to limitations of actually making this shoe happen, are all black and red themed Air Max 1. And also at the time of this Air Max 1 was when Nike got the rights to England rugby as well. So there was this Arsenal Air Max 1, and then there was a rugby, England rugby team Air Max 1. Both were black and red. This one has the 125 in Roman numerals on the tongue, and a 125 gold Dubray on the laces as well. Well, on the left foot. And then on the right foot we have the traditional Arsenal cannon logo. As I said, this is a Air Max 1. This is the hyperfuse variation, which was a lot more lightweight. Panels were fused together. I wouldn't say a lot more breathable, because there's actually no holes apart from maybe on the tongue. It comes with a quilted sock liner, and as I said, this is part of a ID build. So actually the insole is the Nike ID, which kind of waters down this shoe, but it is again still extremely rare. Like, you couldn't actually build this colorway, I don't think. In terms of tying me to this shoe, 1, Arsenal fan, 2, Air Max 1 collector / trainer sneaker collector, and 3, the guy that actually helped put this shoe into production is a guy called 34ism, aka my boy Abdul, and he was working at Nike at the time, and he was in the building, he was in the meeting, in the office, making this shoe happen. And he actually went to a jeweler to get the Debray laser etched with the 125 and the Arsenal cannon. So as I said before, 25 pairs of this were released. There was a big campaign called Forever Forward to do with this. I do believe on the day of it we beat, I think it's Everton 1-0. I think it was our ex assassin Van Persie, and as well as the 25 pairs of Air Max 1 Hyperfuse, there was also a limited edition Destroyer. As you can see, the same cannon is on the Destroyer, and there were 125 of the jackets done that have various details on them. Again, a very rare and hard to find piece. Like, people have asked me to look for this jacket for them and can't find it. They included a lot of the old style badges on the arm, the old slogan on the right arm, again the old cannon on the back. Inside we have the modernized Nike badge with the 125 crest around it and the Arsenal font, and it also has the 125. Again, at the end I'll do some beauty shots. But yeah, I was hoping by now I would have unDS'd these, but I haven't, and I thought, you know what, let the masses see the shoe. Again, it's not one of the most beautiful shoes, but as an Arsenal fan, as an Air Max collector, man, I had to have these. And yeah, apart from the drawback or the nonsense that happened with the X at the time that stopped me from actually going to the launch, I had to have this shoe, and it felt like it was meant to be, and they are still DS. So Arsenal, I'm just waiting for you to do the thing, whether in Champions League. Remember, that's only so many matches, or as we've shown last season, like, it was this close, so it can happen. Like, make it happen. I've done a bit of a lace swap, so one shoe, the right shoe, has the red lace, and the left shoe has the black lace. What one do you prefer? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it, icy red sole. So for as non-complex the shoe is, still got nice touches. Again, I'm very happy to own these. I'm just waiting to unDS them. Arteta, Saka and them, man, you know what you have to do this season. We've got some good signings at the moment. I'm not... Certain signings have come at a premium, but we know what's behind that in terms of the whole add British tax to that. We've been seeing that for years, but you know, hopefully we come through strong. We come through with a good mentality. Hopefully Arteta instills good mentality into the players, one of resilience. I know I've got a lot of resilience, and I think every Arsenal fan in this modern era has to have a high level of resilience. But yeah, I'm waiting to unDS these. I would literally go to the ceremony in these. Again, not the most fancy shoe. If I was to have made this shoe, there would have definitely been more of a callback to our traditional red and white jersey, or even the jersey that was abandoned, which was the what the jersey. I'll put up a picture in this video a little later of the what the jersey, which was an amalgamation of all the Nike jerseys in one kit. I do believe Barcelona did something similar, but the Arsenal one was just bonkers. And I actually saw that at in a display. But what happened is that, again, bad timing. Arsenal made, I think at the time, was the biggest sponsorship deal with Puma without talking to Nike. So Nike were going to put that kit into production, but because they felt so hard done by, they actually scrapped it, which did my head in. So I think there's one in the Arsenal stadium. I think Wenger has one, and that's it. We do have the posters which they gave out at the actual event, but yeah, that kit doesn't exist for the general public. I might try and buy all the kits and get them sewn together. I know some very talented people that would be able to do that. Who knows? But for now, this is the Air Max 1 hyperfuse Arsenal 125th anniversary. What are your thoughts on the shoe? We've seen other teams bring out their shoes, which were, not to say this is the most beautiful one, but the Liverpool one was utter ball bags. Seriously, that was a terrible shoe. But yeah, this still holds its weight. Again, very limited, very hard to find. You can't even find this shoe on StockX. And because we're now sponsored by Adidas, that shoe will never materialize again. I hope we do someday build our ties with Adidas again, but until then, who knows. Anyway, I'm Bamboo Jams. This has been the Arsenal Air Max 1 by Nike. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and I will catch you